Hello, hello, hello. This is Jingo J here, and today, very recently, a few days ago, as of recording, there's been a new update to mini motorways, and there's now Hong Kong. I haven't tried this at all, so just gonna try and figure this out. See how it goes. Hopefully, everybody will enjoy this. And let's get right into it. Because I haven't played with harbors before. I assume it works the exact same as a train. That makes most sense. So let's just get right into it. I'll try to give the best advice I can for how to set up roads correctly to try and play the game efficiently. Here it's probably better to do that. It's best to try and keep your businesses as segregated as possible, because even if they're the same color, if you have too many, then sometimes you'll end up having cars going in all sorts of funky routes. That's just an annoying start altogether. I think eventually I will probably motorway one of these. I have a motorway, but I don't want to use it right away. So just minimal intersections. Considering this is a harbor, it shouldn't have too much traffic. If I get a traffic light here, they won't even have to slow down. Roundabout works too. I already have one bridge, so no point in grabbing another one right away. Just need to make sure that there's no spawning places in this area, because over here would not be good if a business spawned right there. Here, it might be better to move it down, but I don't need the space yet, and it doesn't actually change that much. It only makes it a tiny bit longer, so I don't think I'll move the road down to here yet. And I've already blocked all of the spawning locations over here, so I shouldn't need any more room through this tiny corridor either. I might at some point need room all the way across, but that's already blocked by the initial spawnings of the housing. There, just be simple, do that. Make sure that this connection isn't blocked, considering that otherwise I could end up not having access to this bridge anymore. I don't have any tunnels, so tunnel is probably the best choice. Blue. Okay, I guess I'll do that. Use the same bridge twice. Not always a good idea to mix your colors, but when they're going to a double business, it's okay. Because there shouldn't be too much traffic going through this one bridge, just as long as I don't connect anything else to this bridge, we'll be fine. What I really want is blue to show up right here, because if it's blue, then I won't have to bother with getting any more connections. There's no particularly bad spots at the moment where businesses can spawn, so I'll just leave it. More motorways are always welcome. Any other city builders or puzzle games of that sort that you'd like me to try and play, just leave a comment. That'd be very interesting. That's not great. My only option at the moment, what I should probably do at some point, once I get one more bridge, is connect the blues to this side. blues over here. And so that I can get the yellow bridge to connect to both of these. But at the moment, I'm just going to do that. I just need to separate the yellows and blues so that they're not going on the same bridge, so that only the yellows are going on this one bridge. I'm just going to leave that unconnected. I've got enough blues connected already. Just to make sure no houses spawn right on the edge, I'm going to do that. And that is a motorway. Bridge, perfect. Okay, so I can fix this right away already. Disconnect those from over here. And now I've got the blue connected to over here. Yellow can keep using the bridge like that. And so now I have made it that because 2 yellow businesses are connected via the one bridge, and the blue one is on a separate bridge. If I don't do this, then I'll end up with way too much traffic trying to go through this one intersection, and it will clog, especially once these start to upgrade. And at the moment, if whichever one of these upgrades first, I'll be able to swap the houses. Here I could motorway, but I'm going to do that for the moment. I'll swap some of the houses though. Hopefully it continues going as well as it is right now, considering that's a dangerous spot. I do not want a business spawning in between. A business spawning in between those two businesses would be very bad. It would be very difficult to access. I'm happy I noticed this. I thought that this was actually safe here, that nothing could spawn in it, but I didn't notice that. Very happy, very lucky that no business spawned in there. I may have just said that I wanted traffic lights, but if I have no bridges, you should always take a bridge. Especially on a map like this that has a lot of water. Again, I'm separating the two businesses, even though I could connect them. Even though I could connect the two of them together, it's better to keep them separate, because otherwise we'll end up. It's not a problem here because there's only one supply, but if I add another supply of houses somewhere else in this system, then I could end up with like blues coming from over here, going down the motorway, and then coming across to get to the other business. And that is just asking for disaster. And I'm getting started right away on the tunnels. Technically, I could have done it through this gap, but then I'd connect the two of them and minimize connections as much as possible, especially in this case, because then I would give blues another route to go through the yellows to get to here or here, and that is just asking for problems. Normally I'd take the motorway here, but I already have one and I don't have any tunnels. So I'll take the tunnel. It's a little bit dangerous because there's a chance of something spawning here. There's also a chance of stuff spawning up there, so I should probably take this little road down because it doesn't make any longer. Same with behind here. I do not want a business spawning in these kinds of grooves. probably should spawn proof this area, but this one isn't as important. This spot isn't as important to spawn proof just because it is a pretty wide area, but the main reason why I am going to spawn proof it regardless is because it's a pretty difficult area to access. And this seems to spawn proof all of the areas that actually matter, all the 2x3s. Yeah, because none of them can spawn on top of this motorway either, so this blocks all the 2x3s in that area. The only spot I've got that's hard to access that is not spawn proofed is over here. But that, with bridges, is not too difficult. I got two options here. I can double motorway, what is not the greatest plan, or I can connect both of these neighborhoods together and put one connection through this. I have to do a lot of reorganizing to make that possible, and then I can put one direct connection through. And now I have a connection to both of these businesses while limiting neighborhoods. It's looking more like I need to motorway this blue to here. Here I'm clearly not, I don't have enough houses here, so I'm just going to connect this one house here, and I'll be able to fix this red. Good that I didn't use a bridge, considering now I need another bridge to connect here. I'll just continue connecting all of this. I'm actually going to connect like this first. I'll probably turn these two houses around at some point, just because there's more business on this side, but it depends entirely on if this one house turns into a neighborhood, or if it just stays one house. If it turns into a neighborhood, I'll put a direct connection, and it's already turned into a neighborhood, so direct connection, and revert the change I just made. That blocks all 2x3s in this area, because this road's going to disappear, so nothing can spawn right there. That dude is probably never, this one yellow house over here is probably never going to get connected. Unless another business, a yellow business spawns on this end. Oh. Achievement. Perfecto. I'm not short on roads. Normally you want a bridge because I have no bridges, but a motorway is just a better bridge. It would only be take the bridge if you're actually running out on road tiles, but I have 38, I'll be fine. So, motorway. Just gonna make sure this is actually blocking everything. Yeah. Even more yellow. Okay, here I'm going to change this now. And split this neighborhood into so that I can run that up to there, so that I can limit the number that are going across this one bridge, because this business is already upgraded. The only real issue I have with my system at the moment is this blue business. It is not efficient to attach it. And that's annoying. Because I could use the exact same tunnel, but it's probably better. It's better not to, so I'm going to make myself some room so that I can tunnel through the mountain. And now I've got a direct connection again. And this one is simple, just motorway once I get this motorway back. I think I have a motorway? Yeah. Motorway direct connection across. It's a very long motorway. Do that so that I can actually connect this house into it once if I need to at some point. And I have no bridges, so always pick the bridge. Good that very lucky that I got a bridge, considering there are so many bridges necessary on this map. What? I keep forgetting I can't cross that. That's a serious problem. It's Wednesday. The harbor lines actually make it surprisingly difficult. I guess I will turn this into a bridge. Delete the motorway so that I can use the motorway here. I'll turn these around. Yeah, nothing can spawn there. Yep, still spawn proof, so I will get this motorway placed in right here. And spawn proof this area again. I cannot have any business spawning there, so. Looks a little funny having 3 bridges right next to each other. But it is the most efficient way to do it, because otherwise there will be way too many cars going over one bridge. At the moment it looks fine, because there aren't too many cars going over them, but once we get to higher demand numbers, these bridges might get pretty busy. Again, I've got 45 road tiles, I don't need any more, so tunnel. That's actually very good. Very good that a blue house spawned right here. We'll leave over here a little bit. Okay, I guess I need to wait. I can't do anything. I just need to wait till I get another bridge. This business shouldn't go bankrupt before then. Before Sunday. But if I absolutely have to, I will just have to consolidate some of these bridges. Kind of pretty freaking close. I really don't want to consolidate right now. Please make... No, I'm not going to make it. Oh, this is a difficult decision to make. What do I want to consolidate? I guess I will do this one because it's the easiest to rebuild. Because I'm not surviving otherwise. Please survive. I played that a little risky, but yeah, I'm good. Okay, I am going to instantly motorway this. I am going to eventually consolidate this back into a bridge. But delete that right away so I can put this back. this business should be fine too. It's good to know. Once I get one more bridge, then I will have one more free motorway. And I can stop the spawn protection there. Still, the main problem, the biggest problem in this whole world right now is this business, considering it's going straight through. But there's not too many going through this intersection, so I'm just gonna leave it. The other combos, that just needs traffic lights, and that needs a traffic light. And we need a traffic light here. Check all the spot, make sure there's no spawning in locations of bad spots. More tunnels would probably be a better idea, because if you've got a mountain in the way and you suddenly don't have any tunnels, but I've got absolutely zero traffic lights in this world, and that might actually change stuff at some point, so I'm just gonna go right to it. Just give me a bridge. I need the bridges. Clearly my other issue now is I don't have enough blue houses over here. Or teal, I mean. I need more teal houses for both of these neighborhoods. But they're all over here. It's just incredible because I can't consolidate them to this bridge. And I don't have any connections. I simply have to just hope. Hopefully I get something good, because I can't do anything about the fact that I'm losing now. Bridge. Best idea here is probably to motorway these up to here once I get this motorway back. And I should probably disconnect this. Yeah, because the yellows are using it when they really should not be using that road. So, and I save that too, and now I'll actually have enough houses for both of these businesses. And I can do that to save this one, because 3 houses across the giant motorway will be enough. Let's see how long this can continue surviving for. Do I have any other? Yeah, that's not a good spawn for a business to spawn. In this 2x3, I mean. Right here. Any other really dangerous spots? I can just turn around so it doesn't. There's a random intersection there that'll just cause the cars to slow down. I don't see any other dangerous places. I don't even see a single place that a business can spawn. It needs to wait for the map to get bigger before any more businesses can spawn. So, okay, finally getting some more stuff. I'm getting a little bit more stuff so I can actually be a little bit safer. It's a lot better when you're able to play proactively rather than constantly trying to hope that you get something good. A lot less stressful. noticed that there's this blue coming, this teal coming all the way through this motorway and down the system to get over here. Not generally good, but if it's 1, I will just leave it because it's just a little bit extra. Any more than that, though, it would be bad. That's really good, having a teal spawn right there, because that'll fix this. At this point, with how many blues are down here, I can probably disconnect so that I don't have this teal coming here. I can probably just move this over here and disconnect this road entirely. Make sure I haven't added any spawning locations. So now I've separated both of those. I will have to put a connection in this neighborhood to get there. I really don't like to do that. No, I changed my mind. I'm not going to do that. That is not a good idea. Good to know that if I really need to, I can do that. But I'm just going to connect this one and hope that these 3 blue houses are enough to support this one blue business. Just going to put a traffic light right there. I guess I'll add one more teal. This amount of teals through here, this is not a good section. Not well built at all. And motorways are just better bridges as long as you have enough roads. And I have 91, so perfecto. That business is not looking good. Not really a whole lot I can do about it though. Because if I try to reorganize this motorway, it is just going to die instantly. I might be very quickly nearing the end. Where can I get more yellows? I can turn this one around to go here, but okay. Please survive. Yeah, I'm probably dead to this one. Oh, no, died to that one. Okay. But 2,400, pretty good for a first time ever doing Hong Kong. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. If you want me to continue playing mini motorways, please let me know. If you want me to play other city builders or other games of this type, just let me know. And I'll see you next time.